Hello everyone, this is Allegedly Caleb, and today we're going to be taking a look at Panzer Battles, specifically the Panzer Battles Demo by WDS. Now the reason we're looking into this is because the Wargaming Club is going to be putting on a tournament with this free demo for anyone who wants to get involved. And if you want to get involved but you're not part of the club, there's a link to their Discord in my video description. So anyway, at stake in this tournament, and this will be a knockout tournament, is a gift card for a whole WDS game, and generally those are about 40 US dollars. So I'm going to be taking a look through these. And let's take a look at the actual Panzer Battles, that type or system of game. So here we are. Panzer Battles is kind of fit right between squad battles, which if you're familiar with Advanced Squad Leader, that focuses on individual squads and individual vehicles. So it's in between that and Panzer Campaigns, which focuses on larger operational scale details, such as divisions, regiments, that sort of size. So this one has a 250 meter hex size, one turn equals about 30 minutes, and generally platoon sized units. So here's the demo. There is a large list of battles that you can fight. There's got 25 playable scenarios across a bunch of different areas of the world, all across different areas or different times of World War II as well. So you have battles in Belgium, Estonia, Libya, the Solomon Islands, and Russia. So here's all of the different forces that are also included. And again, this is just the demo, and this is for free. You can go to this website here, and you can see the $0 price tag and get this to try it out. So I don't actually have any of the other Panzer Battle games that you'd have to buy. I'm just sticking with this so far to see if I like it. Anyway, so yeah, you got two May 1940 battles. You've got a couple of North Africa scenarios. Same thing with Russia, a bunch of scenarios from that. Then you got two from Guadalcanal, one from Kliuchi in Russia. That's the getting started scenario. Four from Bogodukov in Russia. Two from Estonia and one from Italy. So that's a lot of content to get for free. So we're going to take a look at the actual game, and we're going to look at the one set in, what's it called, in Belgium. Here we are. So this is an idea of the scale. So you can see each hex, I believe, was about 150 meters. I really like the art style too. It's really pretty. You can see it's a lot more zoomed in from Panzer Campaigns. See, a lot of the same hotkeys work, which is nice. But yeah, you can see one of these infantry units only contains about 28 men, 52 men, 52 men, 52 men. So if you're familiar with the game's fighting formations by GMT, this is going to be a really similar scale to that. That's actually a board game. But then you got some tanks, only about 10 tanks in each of these hexes. You'll find a couple of tanks that are broken down as well. So you can see this platoon, or I guess it's not a platoon, there's just 3 tanks here. Some H-39s, more broken down. And you can see you've got some rail lines, some minor roads. These black roads are normal roads, I believe. Primary roads is what they're called in the game. Yeah, it's a very different feel from Panzer Campaigns for sure. You got a lot of different counters. What are all these bridges? Are these bridges destroyed over here? Is that what those little markers are? Yeah. You can see damaged bridges. Interesting. Then you got all the little unit cards. Now, I wonder what this looks like in 3D. If I can even get it into that. Is that something that they have in this one? I'm not sure. Oh, use alternate unit graphics. Okay, so here's the alternate unit graphics if you like it like this instead. It doesn't really seem to show the actual individual type of units. So I probably won't be playing with those. Let's see what the other graphics are. You can use NATO symbols instead. Yeah, I'd prefer the actual unit types, honestly, because there's a lot of art. You can tell there's a lot of thought put into these little unit types. Because you can see that's actually a H-35 on the unit type, on the unit card, you can say. But anyway, so other than that, it's very similar game mechanics to what you would find in Panzer campaigns. You'll have your assaults, you'll have your firing, your units sort of move in the same way. Is there anything else that's a little different? OP fire limits. Oh, interesting. You can select what kind of fire range your units have for opportunity fire. I guess that way they don't waste their opportunity fire. That's new. You got some air missions, your artillery. I guess this is from off map. Anything else that's a little different? Carry, uncarry units, that's different. You can still combine and break units down. I'm guessing that's breaking them down into squads from their platoon. You can do the same thing in fighting formations. What's this? Reduced op fire. Whole bunch of different things you can do. I wonder, what does the... Oh, they still got the orders of battle, but they're broken down all the way into like squads. Or maybe that's platoons, not squads. A platoon is the one line. So, got a lot of different things. Couple different settings, but nothing that will throw you off too much if you're used to Panzer campaigns. Alright. The reason that you don't see any of the German units yet is because they come from off map. Let's take a look at another battle. Battle of Hanut, the full battle it says. Oh yeah, here we go. Now you can see everything. So you got all your German units on the right and all your French units on the left and south. So yeah, if you zoom out all the way, it'll show you the NATO symbols, but if you zoom in further, it'll show you the actual unit symbols, which I think is cool. When I'm zoomed in, I prefer to see these. Bunch of tanks. They're only 5 to 10 tanks, roughly. Nice. Well, this seems like a really cool game. I definitely am going to be taking part in the tournament, so you could even potentially face me if you join. Anyway, let's take a look at another battle. Mursa El Brega. Let's do this one. And this is with Fog of War turned off, by the way. So normally you wouldn't be able to see the other person's units. Well, now this is a big map. I guess the other battle was more of a battle of attrition, it seemed. This one's going to be a lot more battle of maneuver, which is why the map is so big and there's not nearly as many units. Nice. Yeah, the Desert War for me is always a little bit more overwhelming, just because it's... Oh, you got some hypothetical scenarios. Anyway, the Desert War, it's just there's so much room to maneuver. Gives you so many more choices. Here's another game, another scenario that takes place in Russia. Got a bunch of different types of units. You got some Stugs here. Whereas on the Russian side, oh, it looks like you're trying to take a hill. You can even see the ditches. A little heavier on the map. Got a bunker right here. Yeah, here's the map without the... Oh, look, all that's rubble. What are these little things? Oh, mines. Oh, you can see the mines on the map. Interesting. Those are obstacles. I guess that's like barbed wire. Cool. That's a much smaller scenario. Let's see what this one is. Okay. Much larger battle. I guess it's supposed to be a counterattack. Yeah, it looks like it. Most of the victory points are on the German side. Bunch of little T-40s, T-37s. Oh, there's your T-34s. Now this takes place in 1941, so the Soviets aren't going to be very good in this scenario. In any of these scenarios, really. There's a bunch more obstacles. Cool. This is a cool map, too. I love fighting over choke points. Let's see what this is. Yeah, there was a US versus Japan one. So I believe these are the Marines. Yeah, against some Japanese. Not much to this map. They're just trying to get across this creek, I guess. Nice. You also got to think of what scenario you'd want to play. Manstein's Fire Brigade. I wonder what battle this is. Oh, it's SS units. Das Reich. Yeah, these guys performed really well in terms of their fighting ability, but you would not want to be on the receiving end because they were known for, like many of the other SS units, committing a lot of war crimes. I mean, in World War II, I think basically every side committed some number of war crimes, but the scale and the amount that some would repeat, especially among certain formations, you know, we got a core right here. You know, you can't really ignore what I was just talking about. Anyway, enough about that. Flanking Kharkov. This is the largest scenario in the game. Here we go. Soviets attacking the Germans. That's essentially what this scenario is. You got more SS. Who is this? Totenkopf. Wonder if we're going to find any tigers in this scenario. Since it's 43 around Kharkov. I believe there were heavy tanks in this area. Maybe not. Zoom out and look for... They wouldn't be SS anyway. Not at this point. The SS didn't have their own heavy tanks until later in the war. I think 1943. Or 1944. Yeah, those are Panzer IIIs. Still a good tank for their time. These guys. And then what do the Soviets have? It's just going to be a bunch of T-34s, I bet. Yeah. Any heavy tanks? Doesn't appear so. They've got some light tanks, actually. Su-76s. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Well, that's the biggest scenario in this demo. As you're seeing, though, there are so many scenarios that you can play. So many. Here's more SS. What is this? Panzer Grenadier Div. Oh. That's my laundry. I'm going to have to go collect that soon. I don't recognize this Panzer division. Anyway, it's Soviets attacking across the Narva. Ooh, casino. Small T casino. Yeah. Got some Germans fighting against the New Zealanders. Polder. I don't even know what terrain type that is. Just a little snapshot of casino. Got another scenario. We're going to take a look at all of these. Might as well, since we're almost all the way through. Oh, here's a tiger. Cool. 16 hexes of range. That is really far. Who are these guys? The Estonian SS division. Those aren't people you hear about very often. This would be a fun scenario with the tigers. Low fuel. This is like the definition of quantity versus quality. Although the T-34s, those definitely had quality, but tigers were... You know, the tigers are... regardless of what you want to say about them, they're iconic from World War II. Then you got the getting started. This one's purely just to teach you the game. Although normally they're set up to be like actual scenarios. So interesting. Then you got Hanut. Oh, these are all just the different orders of battles. I see. I wonder if they counted these into the scenarios. Oh yeah, it's all the graphics viewers. So we've gone through all of the scenarios. Interesting. Yeah, so if you're interested in joining this tournament, we will be starting it probably sometime later this month. Feel free to join the Discord if you like these types of games. definitely get it. It's free. You might as well. There's not really any point to not getting it. It's not even like a full megabyte or a full gigabyte. So even if you play it once, I mean, again, it's free. So that's all I have to say. But anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know a lot of these demo games that are on WDS's website are all like this, where there's a lot of content, but not many people just know about them. So if you want me to make any more videos about those, let me know. I can show those off so you know whether they're worth downloading or not. But anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. And if you want to see more of this game, let me know. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.